Hey everyone, for WrestleTrivia, I'm your host, Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah!
And you're watching Wrestling Jeopardy, the ultimate interactive game show where you're the contestant.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Bruh.
So let's go to the board now and check out the categories that you'll be quizzed on in this video. Starting with, and his name is?
Yeah.
You have to fill in the blank here with the missing wrestler's name. Followed by Survivor Series 1994 team nicknames. Next up, missed opportunities, where we'll look back and wonder what might have been. Next category is Riddle Me This. And last but certainly not least, bros. And by bros, I'm talking about like bros in real life who wrestled together as a tag team.
That's it, bro.
And as always, we kick things off with the 200-point jobber round, the easiest round in Wrestling Jeopardy. Will you answer all 5 of these questions correctly, or will you completely embarrass yourself?
I'm sorry, I forgot what I was saying.
And here comes the first clue of the jobber round, and his name is blank Riddle. A prime example of Vince McMahon's random obsession with shortening wrestlers' names. In 2022, Matt Riddle became just Riddle.
So that's just the tip of the iceberg.
And we're on to the second clue of the jobber round from 1994 Survivor Series team nicknames. What was the name of this team managed by Ted DiBiase that included Bam Bam Bigelow, King Kong Bundy, Tatanka, and the Heavenly Bodies? And the correct answer here, who were the $1 Million Team? And we're on to some missed opportunities for 200. When WWE purchased this rival wrestling promotion in 2001, fans salivated at the potential dream matches between DX and the NWO, Steve Austin and Goldberg, and Sting versus The Undertaker. What could have been the greatest storyline of all time wound up being the most disappointing. The correct answer, what is WCW? And that brings us to Riddle Me This for 200. High on life, I'm straight edge, you see. Hell froze over when I returned to WWE. Sure, in the UFC, my record stunk. Riddle me this, I'm... Riddle me this, I'm CM Punk.
I believe in CM Punk.
And the last clue of the jobber round belongs to bros, Rick and Scott. And the correct answer here, who are the Steiner brothers? All right, I hope you hit that jobber round with the good old Steiner line and went 5 for 5. Things get a little bit more difficult here in the 400-point round, kicking things off with, and his name is Big E Blank. According to the powerhouse of the New Day, Vince McMahon felt that Big E sounded more powerful without the last name Langston.
It's all about the money.
Moving on to more Survivor Series team nicknames from 1994. What was the name of this team captained by Razor Ramon that included the British Bulldog, the 1-2-3 Kid, and the Head Shrinkers? And the correct answer, who were the bad guys? We're on to more missed opportunities for 400. After winning the vacant WWF title at the 1992 Royal Rumble, it seemed like a lock that this wrestler would battle Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 8. Now, it's been suggested that either a lack of chemistry between the Nature Boy Ric Flair and the Hulkster or poor ticket sales caused plans to change.
The main event will see the flamboyant one, Ric Flair, against
the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Let's sprint on over to some more riddles for 400. From track and field to the WWE, I have become the EST. Step to me if you dare. Riddle me this. I'm... Who is Bianca Belair? By the way, I wrote all these riddles, so I don't mind if I do a little Barry Horowitz. Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And let's close out the 400-point round by having you name these bros. Who are Brutus and Julius? Now, I know they might not look like it, but these guys are really brothers in real life. The correct answer, who are the Creed brothers?
Yeah, with arms wide open, you know.
All right, 10 questions down, 15 to go, plus the Daily Double and Final Jeopardy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Check out our merch over at ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestleTrivia and possibly think about becoming a member of the WrestleTrivia fan club.
You got a lot to think about.
What do you say we move on to the 600-point round with a clue from, and his name is blank Rusev. According to various reports, Vince McMahon struck once again and said that Rusev had to drop the first name of Alexander because Vince thought that people would start calling him Alex, and Alex is not a good name of a heel.
I'd say that's an accurate statement.
And that brings us to the next clue from Survivor Series 94, Team Nicknames. You know, every day before Wrestling Jeopardy comes out, I put a post on our community board that gives you a sneak peek of the category. So hopefully you saw 1994 Survivor Series team nicknames and started to start cataloging those and studying early, maybe making some cheat sheets. But if you didn't, think about how much you really know and then place your wager now. All right, time is up. Here is this episode's Daily Double Clue. What was the name of this team captained by Doink the Clown that included Dink, Pink, and Wink? The correct answer, who was Clowns Are Us? And these four would suffer a clean sweep from Jerry Lawler and his royal family of Cheesy, Queasy, and Sleazy.
No, really?
And we're moving on to more missed opportunities for 6. While fans never got the true Sting versus Undertaker dream match, there was a one-off encounter that took place between the two in 1990 when Taker was wrestling for WCW using this ring name. And the correct answer here, no relation to me, different spelling. Who is Mean Mark Callis?
Yeah!
And that brings us to more riddles for 600. A female force, fierce and true, my tattoos tell tales of battles I've been through. From down under to the WWE, riddle me this, I'm... Who is Rhea Bloody Ripley? And let's finish up the 600-point round by heading back to bros. Who are Jacques and Raymond? And the correct answer here, who are the fabulous Rougeau brothers?
They don't like heavy metal, they don't like rock and roll, but all they like to listen to is Barry Manilow.
All right, these questions keep getting tougher and tougher as we go. Don't expect any freebies here in the 800-point round.
Oh, boy!
Kicking things off with, and his name is blank Cesaro. Yep, just like Rusev, Vince wanted Cesaro to drop the first name of Antonio because Vince thought once again that people would start calling him Tony, and Tony is not a heel name.
Dafür stehe ich, meinen Namen.
We're on to the 800-point clue from Survivor Series 1994 team nicknames. What was the name of this team captained by Shawn Michaels? That included Big Daddy Cool Diesel, JEFF, JARRETT, Jeff Jarrett, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Owen Hart. I don't think I really put two and two together on this back in the day about the Teamsters and Jimmy Hoffa, but now I get it because I'm an old fart. Anywho, the correct answer here, who were the Teamsters? Moving on to more missed opportunities for 800. Led by Wade Barrett, the Nexus shocked the sports entertainment world when they invaded a June 2010 Raw main event between these two wrestlers. The 8 rookies interrupted the main event match between John Cena and CM Punk. Here comes the 800-point clue from Riddle Me This. On Tough Enough, I did appear, didn't win, but have no fear. A hot mess, sure, and still a queen. Riddle me this, I'm... Matt Cardona's beautiful wife, who is Chelsea Green. And we're closing out the 800-point round with a clue from Bros, who were Samir and Sunil. And the correct answer, who are the Singh brothers? And I'd also accept the Bollywood Boys.
And we're bringing a butter chicken beatdown.
Yeet!
Get your thinking caps on. 5 more questions left before Final Jeopardy. Let's kick things off with, and his name is Andrade blank blank. Even though he built a well-known brand name in NXT, a call-up meant farewell to Cien Almas. And that brings us to the final clue from Survivor Series 94 team nicknames. What was the name of this team captained by Lex Luger that included Adam Bomb, Mabel, and Billy and Bart the Smoking Guns? And these jabronis were called Guts and Glory. Here comes the final clue from Missed Opportunities. This mysterious stranger hacked the SmackDown TV feed in December 2008 and began airing a video message about how the prophecy would soon be realized. Set to feud with The Undertaker leading into WrestleMania 25 as the leader of an X-Man style gang of mutant wrestlers.
I have watched the darkness my entire life.
Google it, I'm not making that up. Freddie Prinze Jr. was involved. Trust me, it's bizarre.
Our group will be forward-thinking, gender neutral.
The entire thing was eventually dropped, and Hayde Vanson was never seen on WWE television again. Moving on to the final clue from Riddle Me This. Riding lowrider bikes once was fun for me, but that wasn't my true destiny. A botch machine in time, I'll show ya. Riddle me this, I'm really proud of myself for this one. A botched machine in time, I'll show ya. Riddle me this, I'm Tongaloa. And let's close out the regular Jeopardy round with this final clue from Bros, who are Bill and Randy. Ooh yeah, back in the day, this is when Mulkey Mania was running wild. The correct answer here, Bill and Randy, Who are the Mulkey brothers? All right, it's everybody's favorite time of the game, Final Jeopardy, and I got a lot of crap for last episode's Final Jeopardy clue from Stampede Wrestling. People were like, oh, it's too easy, blah, 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 blah. All right, you want to challenge me? You want to say things are too easy? I'm going to bring it, okay? Here we go. Let's find out this episode's Final Jeopardy category, which is super heavyweights. There's a saying that if you want to get over, then you have to pass the airport test. Meaning if people see you at an airport, they immediately stop what they're doing and stare in awe and disbelief. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Start thinking about the biggest wrestling heavyweight superstars you know in your mind and place your wager now. All right, time is up. Here is this video's Final Jeopardy clue. In 1976, this super heavyweight gained worldwide notoriety when he performed his patented airplane spin maneuver on boxing great Muhammad Ali. Good luck. The GOAT Muhammad Ali was in training for his boxer versus wrestler match later that year against Japanese champion Antonio Inoki when he showed up to a WWF TV taping in Philadelphia and made the mistake of getting in the ring with the 400-plus pound Robert James Gino Morella, better known to fans as Gorilla Monsoon. And that does it for another episode of Wrestling Jeopardy. Choose your next game right here. But thank you for playing this game. My name is Kevin J. Callis, and I'll see you next time.